foundations have flourished into something quite spectacular. It's all thanks to your unflagging leadership. And amidst, of course. Leadership never laid a brick in its life. But I think I speak for all of us when I say that we are truly grateful to be here instead of standing abandoned in a broom cupboard or being repurposed into birdhouses. We enjoy earning our keep. And speaking of earning one's keep, or lack thereof, in this case, the curious courier wants to speak with you regarding an urgent message. A message so urgent, in fact, that it will do not to convey it unless you initiate the conversation. Thanks to you, but mostly us, this island has become a lovely location for rest and relaxation. Congratulations on your good fortune, Kaneko team. May it last. Contact from Mistress Tataru. There has been a most regrettable overbooking, and our guests are soon to arrive. Oh dear, oh dear. Parties from both Fishguard and Limsalomsa will be here at any moment. Quickly. You must go and welcome them at the Western Inlet, and be sure not to play favorites.
Kaneko time. Lovely to see you as always. I trust we find you well.
Kaneko-teen, old girl. Might I say how delighted I am to finally partake in the luscious fruits of your labor. Plannin' to partake of some sand and seashells while you're down there lickin' her boots. Quite the spit of land you've got here, Kaneko-teen. Hope you ain't runnin' yourself too ragged with its upkeep. Captain Hyllfyr was sayin' he could happily spend the rest of his days in a place like this, so I thought I'd come and take a look myself. Poor Honoraud here was left to man the proverbial fort all on his own whilst I attended to my duties with the Ilsabard contingent. So what better way to repay his dedication than with a refreshing oceanside excursion, thought I. After sharing a pint or three with my most trusted Lominsa and contacts, it became clear that our destination must be none other than a touring ground of legendary repute, that capital of free enterprise and fluffy sheep. To wit, your glorious island.
Hee. Well, in any case, it doesn't surprise me that your settlement is the talk of the town, especially since it was named as an example of pioneering excellence during the midterm review of Merowith's pet project. And with Storm Marshal Slaferson's personal, and glowing, endorsement, no less.
So how could I, seeker of luxuries near and far, possibly forego the opportunity to visit? Indeed, I have come to turn up my cuffs and have the grand tour. From sea to shining sea. Wouldn't have anything to turn up if you didn't insist on such ridiculous dress in the first place. Just looking at you is enough to give a man sunstroke. This, I'll have you know, is the latest in Ishgardian traveling fashion, and it was designed by the most talented of Sky Steel manufactory artisans. It is both durable and stain resistant, and, most importantly, I cut a rather dashing figure in it.
But my lord, were you not just lamenting the heat on the boat ride over?
Well, yes, but that was different, Honoroid. That was, a conversational remark upon the weather, which so happens to be rather warmish. But why am I being lectured about fashion by the criminally ragged? Is that what one wears to the summer home of a bosom compatriot? What does that outfit proclaim, pray tell, but vagrancy, indolence, and body odor? Accusin' me of odor? That's rich come in from a perfumed popinjay. So long's my clothes are clean, I wear 'em. Simple as that. Ugh. And you wonder why piracy is dead. Honoroid, fetch me my spares from the valise, would you? And the spares as well.
Of course, my lord. Right away. Pardon us, Mistress Vane. This may take a moment.
Now this is the proper way to summer. There, you've had your fun. Happy? Let's get on with this tour, already.
If I might be so bold, Mistress Tataru, I heard that you submitted a comprehensive report detailing your intentions for this island when petitioning for its acquisition. Whilst a tour of this island's facilities would no doubt prove educational, I should rather like to seek your guidance regarding the composition of official documents, that I might better assist Lord Amainolin in his various endeavors.
Why, Honoroid, I would be delighted. Grand Master Tataru shall teach you everything you need to know about collation and persuasion. Go on ahead and show Lord Amainolin and Sicard around, Kaneko time. We'll catch up in due time.
Smashing. I can hardly wait. And since we're all gussied up, what do you say to a little primping of your own, Not to say you aren't already the very image of perfection, of course.
Amainolin's face glows with boyish excitement. He seems very keen to dress up together, so why not match his island attire with a relaxing outfit of your own? Battle will not be required of you during this quest.
Lord Amainolin has been ever so excited to come and visit your island. Please, keep a steady eye on him.
I hope they enjoy the tour. Honoroid and I will be along once we've finished here.
I knew he was a dandy, but who brings so many clothes to a deserted island? Not that they fit ill, or nothin'. And the color's quite nice too, I suppose. Dressed and ready? As I thought. You look marvelous, my dear. Now then, take us to your castle. Or your manor, or wherever it is that you oversee all your tropical particulars.
Amainolin and Sicard are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location.
Didn't you know? We Fordham's boys are regular experts of the old kick and float. The weather in Coerthus was still rather fair when I was a youngling, so the family would go down to Clearwater Lake in the summer. Officially we were there to hunt or track or fulfill some other undoubtedly crucial milestone of young nobility, but mostly we spent our time splashing about. Oh, if you could have seen Orchifant. He quite liked it. Swimming. Anyway, this is all to say that I'm quite possibly the most buoyant member of the high houses that you're likely to meet. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a dip in the Goblet's night pool? Glorious. Sea bathin'? I suppose some folk enjoy it, but jumpin' into the drink on purpose ain't never struck me as divertin'. Watchin' other folk get tossed in, on the other hand, that can make for a mighty good laugh. We see it all the time from the Astalicia. Blokes get in, slugged off the pier in a fight, drunks steppin' straightways into the brine. I once even saw that Edelweiss rogue faffin' about like a harbor herring, gurglin' apologies over a stolen sandwich. Endless entertainment, I tell you. So you carved out this lovely little place all by the sweat of your own brow, did you? Marvelous, old girl. Simply marvelous. Well, now. This is right impressive. A far cry from the shipwrecked lean-to I was half expectin', anyway. You build this all yourself? Mammoths, eh? Sounds like the makins of a mighty fine crew. Aye, fine as any captain could hope for. So then, Captain Kanekotine, we've seen your cabin, but how's the rest of the ship, eh? Take us to your crow's nest. Show us the view. Is it me, or is the air getting a bit thin? Too much for your delicate sensibilities? It's not too late to turn back and join Honoroid and Tataru. Mayhap you'll finally learn your letters. My, how terribly funny of you. It just so happens that I am already quite proficient at penning persuasive prose. More so even than my erudite older brother. So ha. Say, Einzer didn't make you drag Captain Hyllfyr all this way, did he? My fists'll be havin' words with his face if he's pushin' the captain too hard. Such tender words for such distant comrades. Are you not moved by my present struggle as I push the bounds of reasonable physicality for the sake of your proverbial crow's nest? What did you expect you were in for, a luxurious litter ride? Kanekotine's a businesswoman, not a miracle worker. While I confess that traversing steep inclines is not generally an activity I favor, I am invigorated by the verdant aroma and bracing ocean air, traces of stale rum wafting from an unnamed party notwithstanding. You having a go, you flowery fop? Come here and I'll plug your nose for good. As if I would stoop to your level. On second thought, you do contribute to the overall rusticity of the scene. Fetching. Hold on. Got a rock in my sandal. Reckon I should have changed into my boots for this climb. Really? Boots with those trousers? What would the other pirates think? I don't give half a rat's wet arse what they'd think. And I meant I'd change my whole outfit anyway. We've reached the pinnacle, haven't we? Excellent. Well done. 1 climb down, 99 to go. Look lively, now. Surely, you jest. Okay Necotine, I fear this villain intends to commandeer my tropical retreat in the dreadful name of exercise. Unblemished horizon wherever you turn. And south of here. Oh, I know. The southern continent. Where? Don't be thick, you can't see it from here. That's part of what makes it worth sailin' for. When Sicard says crow's nest he is speaking metaphorically, yes? We shan't be treading upon any feathered friends. I have always fancied myself an animal lover, you see, and you have so many here. Darling creatures. From a safe distance, of course. Now this is a view. When you hear the words, island settlement, you expect little more than a square of dirt with a tent for good measure, but I've never been more pleased to be proven wrong. I see what Captain Hyllfyr meant. An island like this one'd be a right good place to retire. And supposing that day does arrive, would that make you the real captain of the bloody executioners? 'Cause I'm no real captain as I am now? Tell me something I don't know. And yet he chose me. To show the others what it means to be a new breed of pirate. Easier said than done. But I reckon I shouldn't whinge about the burdens of inheritance to the son of Ishgardian nobility. Second son. Meaning my choices in life divide evenly between garnering the approval of my LDR brother, that I might subsist upon his generosity, or setting out into the world to achieve something worth bragging about at dinner parties. Naturally, I have no intention of parking myself upon dear Artwarl's hearth until the throes of time take me. No, I await the ideal marriage of acquaintance and opportunity, and shall continue expanding my range of resources in the meantime. Meaning there's opportunity to be had? Joining hands with a pirate. And not just any pirate, one tasked with the reformation of piracy itself. Yes, I dare say I'm beginning to see it. you and your motley crew would ship the Wyblins and Watsits, which I, your fearless leader, would acquire via my extensive social network. We would revolutionize commerce. Or what have you? A bloody bleak future, if you ask me. I'd be the leader or nothing at all, that part's non-negotiable. But enough of that. No sense in gabbing on about tomorrow when we're in paradise today. I'm sure Honoroid and Tataru will be joining us shortly. I have it on good authority that there's only so much textual information a brain can hold before it starts to melt. Shall we continue our exploration, or would you rather bask in the tropical ambience? Why choose one when you can do both?
I can't remember the last time I felt so refreshed. The others are just gathering their things. They should be here any moment now.
Apologies for the wait. All accoutrements are accounted for, and we're ready to set sail. More than I have in an age, my friend. You've cultivated a perfect balance between civilization and nature here. The city doesn't offer this sort of refreshing diversion, and the wilderness is woefully lacking in refreshments. A fine island, indeed. I dare say I shall brag about it most vigorously upon my return.
Ahem. My lord.
Oh. Yes, you're quite right, Honoroid. I almost forgot. A gift. In thanks for your hospitality. It isn't much, just an outfit similar to my own. Our premier adventurer must have the best in traveling fashion, after all. You've done a ruddy good job here, Kaneko team. Keep up the good work. I understand the appeal of having nothing but the lappin' waves for company, but give us a call if you're ever feelin' lonely, eh? The bloody executioners are always happy for an excuse to make merry, and we bring our own ale to boot.
Now that's a party I expect an invitation to. Till next time, Kaneko time.